Emily S.W.
Sam.
And we're here with another silent movie reaction. This is a Faust retelling, specifically Faust, 1926.
This is lifted off of Goethe's version.
Yeah.
The very famous piece of literature. We just finished watching The Merry Frolics of Satan, which was a condensed, very different.
It was merry. It was definitely merry. Merry is a good word for it. That was like an appetizer.
It was.
This is the main course.
The full thing.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get right into it. Here we will be watching this. I put it at 1.5 speed.
Okay.
So it doesn't like totally blow by, because I think there's a lot more in here than there was. Nosferatu was a movie that was full of stuff.
Yeah.
But I have notes. I took a lot of notes.
Yeah, well, and I think we watched this once before, so I have a vague idea of what's going on. There it is.
Faust. It took a long time for the title to come up. A German folktale. Oh, this was directed by the same...
Murnau, I was about to say.
Who did Nosferatu.
Yeah. You can find that on the Haunted Heart Society channel. Mm-hmm. Our reaction to it, at least.
Here's our cast. Behold!
The gates of hell are opened, and the horrors of the masses plague the earth.
Dun, dun, dun. Alright,
well, it's the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, yes?
Yes, that's what I wrote down. Death, famine, pestilence, and...
war.
Yeah. There he is.
The man himself. The fallen angel. Get back! Halt! Why dost thou torture humanity with war, plague, and famine?
Oh, I had it whipped out with a war horse.
The earth is mine!
Is it the effects in this?
Yeah. The earth will never be thine. Man is good. His spirit strives for truth. Look down there!
You're also getting a dramatic reading of the title cards.
Apparently. That's what I'm doing now.
That's a pretty cool, glowing Saturn he's got.
I want one. All things in heaven and on earth are wonderful.
Are they though?
But the greatest miracle of all is man's freedom to choose between good and evil. Look, his hair is like a halo. It's a metaphor.
It's true.
Didst thou see Faust? A rogue like all the rest. He teaches good and blah blah blah. He seeks to turn base metal into gold.
He's an alchemist.
Observe his greed. Mad scientist. What you doing, my dude?
You have to say the use of light in this movie.
Very good. I'll wager that I shall wrest Faust stole from God.
Oh no.
Do you like my double voice?
Yeah.
If thou canst destroy the divine in Faust, the earth is thine.
That doesn't really seem fair to pin the entire fate of humanity
on one man. Yeah. No man can resist evil. The wager is on. Yeah, especially for an angel. Like, wasn't Bro there at the fall of Eden? Doesn't he know that man is fallible?
I suppose these are supposed to be sinful displays of frivolity. Is he fighting a bear?
I think so. How dare these people seek entertainment and hand puppets?
No, maybe
Satan's playthings, your hands.
Maybe it was just supposed to be like people having a good time, and then Satan.
Dun dun dun.
Gonna ruin
Oh,
it.
look how big he is. Oh yeah, the shadow is spreading across the land. This man can no longer walk in his hands. The plague! The plague! Bring out your dead!
This is now the second film we watched from this director where plague was a major plot point. You know how you explain the supernatural?
Plague.
This is also a very weather related plague.
Yeah. Oh my god. Is that the Ku Klux Klan?
I researched this.
Okay.
I researched these. It is not the KKK. The KKK appropriated those hoods.
Really?
Really. Okay, so I wrote this down.
Mm-hmm.
The hoods are called capirote.
Okay.
And they're worn by penitents in Spain. The point of the tall hood is to point to heaven.
Okay.
And they were like the people who were like,
self-flagellation?
Yes, they're doing that, and the point was to hide their faces.
Yeah.
So people couldn't laugh at them later, I suppose.
Gotcha.
So that's where those hoods originated, is medieval Spain.
Gotcha.
Learn something.
Damn. I know, and I was just thinking too, because this is the same guy who directed Nosferatu, which, memory serves, we did talk about some of the anti-Semitic imagery in that film. I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, did he really just, like, come out here and put the KKK in here? Apparently not, no. Of course the KKK
also have
did that.
in here, they were used by the Inquisition to hide faces of criminals.
Okay.
So that's why. So the scene we just saw was the people self-flagellating as to repent and get rid of the plague.
Yeah. Keeping up with my references to Monty Python, it's kind of like the monks who are walking around and they hit themselves in the face with the stone tablets.
Correct.
That's self-flagellation.
Mm-hmm. So because, our alchemist is also a doctor.
Yep.
Because alchemy and medicine are the same thing.
Yep.
Obviously.
Science and magic are the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now this man is dead. Nope. Is it a woman? I don't know.
I think
that
the girl said it was her mother.
Oh, okay.
But either way, she's dying. This person.
That was very dramatic.
I think she died.
This is a turning point for Faust. This is, I guess you could call it the inciting incident if we're following the hero's journey.
Mm-hmm.
Now Faust has to report his failure.
I wanted to mention this too. This is not a video to watch if you felt like being happy today.
Definitely not. No, that's why I'm drinking. So now we've got the juxtaposition between people who are like, in order to recover from the plague, you must repent and pray to God, and then the other people who are like, we're gonna die anyway, let's go have some drinks.
Mm-hmm. It's probably what it was like living in the Middle Ages.
Probably.
except like all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like where, it's like, fuck it, existential dread. It's like, yeah, I have money that I could save for a future, but also, will there be a future?
True.
Let's go to this K-pop concert. Except the medieval version of that. Let's go to the pub and listen to this bard.
So my notes for this part says this is, again, the inciting incident. So we have a loss of faith.
Yes.
Our hero is losing his faith, but he's going to lose faith in both religion and science. Because both have failed to quell this plague.
Yeah, he's burning his books now.
So instead,
the Bible. I love silent films because they move kind of like claymation people in like the old Christmas movies. Like Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
oh yeah. So I was going to say, so he's, well, faith, religion, and science haven't worked, so now we're going to turn to demons.
Dun, dun,
I was just thinking, this story is kind of like the book of Job, except what if Job lost his faith? Whereas in the Bible...
This is an AU. This is an AU.
Because in the Bible, like, Job loses everything, but
Yeah.
he never loses his faith.
Yeah.
But here, now, our main character has lost his faith, and now he's going to the crossroads at midnight.
Never do that. The only time you should ever be in a crossroads...
Literally, he's going to the
Literally
crossroads.
the crossroads.
At midnight.
The only time you should ever be in a crossroads like this is if you're Irish dancing. No, you have the four corners, you do a little group dance. That's the only time you should ever be in the crossroads.
At night, especially.
At night, yeah.
This is just, like a myth that kind of perpetuates even outside of this story.
Well, yeah, the devil, what is it? The devil went down to Georgia or whatever? Like, you meet the devil and...
Yeah, because...
That's at a crossroads, too.
Well, the legend about how, like, rock and roll started was
Yeah.
because of, guitar player, I believe his name is Robert Brown. He went to the crossroads, having never played guitar before, sold his soul to the devil for guitar skill, and that guitar, like, his playing technique is eventually what became, like, the rock guitar technique.
Yeah.
That's the legend.
It's a pretty cool legend, I'll be honest.
Like, way back, this is, like, way back in, like, the 20s. So,
Yeah.
like, you have to go through blues. So it became blues
Mhm.
first, because that's where rock music comes from. Is from blues.
Yeah. Also crossroads.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the legend. He goes down the crossroads.
He got a way better deal than Faust did.
That's true.
Spoiler alert. Now we have Mephisto. Not the same Mephisto in Blue Exorcist.
Well, it is, though.
It is. This one is a little less fun.
You notice he also, too, he made a magic circle.
Yeah. I did see that. The circle is big in all the texts.
Mm-hmm. This is creepy. Like, this is,
It is.
so creepy.
It's even creepier because it's a silent movie, so there's no, like, music or anything.
Well, there is music. I just haven't muted it because my laptop speakers are horrible.
That's true.
There is music. Normally.
But it's very creepy silent. Because you just got all these people, and you can't really see them, they just have lights for eyes.
Yeah, well, I already mentioned the use of light
Yeah.
in this movie. So yeah, obviously that person is a devil.
They keep tipping their hat to Faust. But I don't know why he's so, like you summoned the demon. Why are you surprised when the demon shows up? Thou hast summoned me. Here I am.
It really is just like, well, you did the thing. What did you expect?
Yeah, honestly. And here we are again. The true moral of the story:
The contract.
never sign a contract without a lawyer present. Get away from me, Satan! Even though we've just discussed the hoods and where they come from, and I'm sure this is like plague, right? Like they're trying to protect themselves from the plague, kind of like plague doctors. But seeing the hoods, the white hoods, it just as a modern American person, that the connotations are just.
You know, white supremacy does have a way of ruining everything.
Everything, literally everything. White supremacy ruins everything. Period. Full stop.
Oh, he's getting a test run of the contract.
Like a preview.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like one of those free trials, but you give your credit card in advance, then if you forget to cancel it,
Yeah, then they charge you. Yep. No, I stopped doing the voice. Sorry. To anyone who found that entertaining. I was probably the only person who found it entertaining, but this is a good movie. Like, it's a good story. It's a very classic, I mean, I guess this is one of the source materials, right? But it's like a very classic of, you sign a deal with the devil because you want to help people, but it's a deal with the devil. So even if you have good intentions, they all turn sour. This is also a good, like, horror movie. You literally just stabbed him with that quill. Blood makes a quite extraordinary ink.
I was just thinking, too, he went for the wrist. I feel like a lot of times in modern film, they show you from your palm.
Yeah.
And I was reading somewhere that's actually really impractical just because your palm is so thick.
Yeah.
It doesn't bleed as much as your
Wait, I mean, the whole because you have a major vein in your wrist.
Yeah.
So I will help, but in the devil's name.
You notice how devil, or the word Teufel, was spaced out for emphasis?
Yeah. It is interesting. Because we saw the devil we've seen him in a couple different forms, but in this form, which, if memory serves, he's in that form from a lot of this, right? That kind of round-faced, kind of like peasant garb.
He gets a different outfit in the scene, but it's the same actor.
It's the same actor. But I just feel like they haven't made the devil any sort of like conventionally attractive person, right? Like he's
true.
Supposed to look kind of like.
But he also has a very kind of like unassuming look to him as well.
Yeah.
Like he's just a guy.
He's just a guy. Yeah, he's not like special or anything. He's just a guy. A regular old guy. Like you wouldn't look at that and go, oh my god, he's the lord of the underworld. Christian underworld, obviously.
I think that would be pretty self-explanatory from... If you've made it this far,
yeah.
It should be obvious.
I know.
So he can't approach her because of the crucifix she's got there.
Because he's working for the devil.
I don't know if it was a full crucifix or just a cross.
I think it was just a cross. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so then I have he's being rejected by the town, despite the reason that he did this was to save all of them. But now they're rejecting him.
Yeah, because they're like, oh my god, he smells like the devil. Stone him.
That's poison, in case the skeletons on the bottle
Yeah, in case you missed that.
made it difficult to tell.
Deliver me, oh elixir of death. You may not escape me. Remember our pact. The trial day is not yet over.
Can't cancel the trial before the expiration.
Every man is free to die. Poor Faust, why do you seek death when you have not yet lived? Interrobang. Question mark, exclamation point. I hate life! Same, bro.
Mood.
Your life was only dust and decay. Pleasure is everything. Let me take you to this K-pop concert. Renew your your will to live. Youth. See, no, this is obviously, might be getting a little off topic. But as I've recently had a birthday, so I've been thinking about aging a lot recently. And all these things are all dependent on everyone wants to go back to being young, right? They want to go back to looking young, but they don't want to actually be young mentally. Because being young mentally fucking sucks. But also, like, if you live your life correct, or quote-unquote correctly, right? Like, you don't need to go back to being a young body, right? Because you're going to
No, that's it. People want to look young.
They want to look young, but they don't want to actually have their young brain because they want to...
I think people would appreciate, like, young joints.
Yes.
Younger organs.
Yes.
Younger muscle tone.
Yeah, but it's like, I would not trade...
You want to be young physically, but not mentally.
Yeah. Which is what he has right here. He's young physically. But so now Faust is young. Okay.
Alright, so we've already seen Faust sold his soul to the devil.
Yep.
He became young.
Yep.
He is giving into temptations of all sorts.
Specifically lust.
Yes. So now he's gone to this town,
Mm-hmm.
and he's seen this young woman. He can't enter the church. So he and Mephisto are going to basically come up with a plot to try to seduce her.
Yep.
We're picking it up at exactly 1 hour. And this is our love interest Gretchen here.
You can tell they're love potions because they have hearts on them.
Yeah, so we have Martha, who's kind of fulfilling the role of, like, a witch.
Also, number 3. 3 drops of the love potion.
Mm-hmm. But see, in her case, it's kind of like, okay. Right? Like, she's not having, crowds of people chasing her with rocks.
No, I imagine, because she didn't actually sell her soul to the devil. She's just trying to get some money out of these people.
Yeah, I guess you could say that lust is an overarching theme of the story.
But she's kind of like the snake oil salesman, I guess.
She's capitalizing on it.
Yeah. Good for her. Get that bag, honey.
And of course, Gretchen is beloved by everybody.
You can tell she is pure because the children love her. And children are a universal symbol of innocence.
Yeah, her pretending like she was just doing sewing instead of selling potions.
Yeah, and Gretchen's like, I found this in my drawer, and this Aunt Martha person is like, not like, somebody broke into your house, that's weird and creepy.
Right?
Pro tip, audience. Don't let anyone break into your house. You are not Bella Swan. You are not this Gretchen lady. It is not romantic. It is weird. Arrest him. Have somebody arrest him. Call the cops. That's called a stalker. It's unhealthy. But this is... She thinks this is okay because, I mean, yeah, somebody broke in, but look at this necklace. Now, she's also giving in to sin here. Because that's... What is that? Greed? Envy? She wants to have a nice necklace? I guess that's greed, right?
Oh, no, it was given to her.
No, that's true.
It's like a very kind of like Amish thing to dress very plainly and not to ornament yourself and not look flashy, or it's vanity. Vanity is the word you're looking for.
Vanity, yes. Vanity. Sorry, I grew up a heathen, so the concept of sin is a little abstract to me. I'm not up on my Christian sins.
Oh, I mean...
So I guess vanity isn't technically...
It's not a sin, but no, it's just like it's probably more like vanity leads to other sins. But that's also, again, like, being Amish is kind of in a very extreme sect.
Yeah.
Right? Just because they have a very specific kind of lifestyle that they choose to lead. I don't think it's coincidence, though, that here the devil is looking for the potion maker.
Mm-mm. With his fancy cape and the feather in his cap.
Mm-hmm.
Call him Yankee Doodle.
I wonder if I can charge the camera with the lens.
Yeah, could you hook it up to you?
I'll try it after the next stop.
Yeah. Where are we going? What time's
We are
here?
at 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 2 seconds. And the reason I am showing this is because we didn't rewatch the whole party scene with the seduction and the heavily implied sex.
Yes. Okay.
So we want to get a little bit more of the lusty overtones going on. You could hear her sighing.
Yeah, I know. She had such a good... Oh, that's the devil. You can tell by his shadow. Just got the little more. Her hair is down. How improper. What are you waiting for? Your sweetheart lights the way for you herself. Damned matchmaker. I'll keep the brother away. Again, another piece of unsolicited advice. Don't ever tolerate this from a man. Or a woman, or any sort of non-binary person, partner, whatever. If you're seeing somebody, and they try to do this shit to you, they appear outside your window.
Yeah, that's,
It's not romantic. It is not romantic. Weird. The only time it's acceptable is if they send you a text first, like, hey, I'm gonna come over, and you're like, okay. That's fine. You have to consent first.
Not the days of throwing rocks at someone's window.
No.
I have
Or holding a boombox.
I have had rocks thrown at my window before.
Really?
Yes, when I was in France, and there was like a courtyard and then another like little house. I was never in it, so I don't know what it was like.
Yeah.
There were at least 2 bedrooms and a bathroom because 2 of the other girls that were living in this house with me were staying back there. But in order to get like out of the property, you had to go through the main house. And the daughter of the family had accidentally locked the back door. And the one exchange student who was in the back part of the property was trying to get out. And my window faced the courtyard, so she was throwing rocks to wake me up, so I would go wake up the daughter to unlock the door.
That's acceptable. That is acceptable.
Yeah, but then I woke the daughter up, and she was just, I guess, still, like, really sleepy. So I went back, called out, okay, I told her, I went back to bed. And she didn't actually unlock the door, so she was throwing the rocks again. It's like, I told her, so I had to go upstairs and wake her up again.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So now what's happening in the movie, at 1:21:24, in case we've skipped anything, but the devil is having some merry frolics here, and he's screwing around with Faust, where he's like, hey yo Faust, I'm gonna make sure you're covered, no one's gonna catch you. But then he goes and he's like, tells the brother, hey.
Just kidding. Yeah, he's trying to sabotage Faust now.
Yeah, he's trying to sabotage Faust because he, being the devil, wants to win the bargain with
the angel.
The angel from the beginning.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's supposed to be Gabriel, right? No, Gabriel guards the gate. Whatever angel it is, doesn't matter.
So now Faust and Gretchen's brother are having a duel, which the devil is going to sabotage again.
Yes, and
With murder.
Kill Faust's future brother-in-law. And in case you missed it, the Gretchen's mother kind of like fainted at the sight of a man smooching her daughter. So now Gretchen's brother is dead. Run, run! You killed him!
So the lesson here is that the devil is not your friend.
Yeah, no.
No, run away! Meanwhile, the devil...
Murder! 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 This guy over here!
Yeah, right?
I don't know why. I keep giving him like a weird English accent. Because I don't have a German accent, which is funny because my family is of Germanic descent. Begone! Begone! They're already after the killer. I wonder why. Couldn't be me.
Okay. So, I'm going to stop the video there. So,
Okay.
The main point of that scene was that the devil is actively sabotaging Faust. He keeps setting Faust up. It looks like everything's going to be great.
Yep.
The devil's going to help him out. And then he sabotages him.
Continuously. And Faust is just like, oh damn, I better listen to this guy. Faust hasn't caught on yet.
Yeah. And like even the whole set with Gretchen, like he gave Gretchen like this necklace to try to make her fall in love with Faust. And like this whole thing has just been this huge setup.
Yep.
See if it actually lets me skip forward. Buffer for
We're skipping forward to 1:30. 1 hour and 30 minutes in 4 seconds. This is Gretchen, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So, her brother is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you shouldn't have premarital sex. I'm kidding. Go have sex. Just be safe about it.
Make sure the doors are locked.
Yeah, make sure the doors are locked. Also, enthusiastic consent. Use protection. Be smart about it.
You know, that will come into play.
Yes. And don't have sex with a creepy stalker outside your
now,
window.
okay, they didn't use protection, and now she's had a baby.
Yep. After her brother and mother died, and now, because she had premarital sex, she has no house. She has a baby out in the winter. And this is a common thing that happens in a lot of these like old moral stories, right? But it's always this fucking woman gets just fucked over and bears a whole bunch of consequences that are not her fault. You know, like I feel like that's just the thing that happens is there's some poor innocent woman who gets killed, or this happens, you know, where she's in this horrible circumstance, and it's because the man of the story had to fuck her life up.
This is... We just saw people singing in a church.
Yes.
Presumably...
She bore the child
it's Christmas.
in winter. Yeah.
So presumably now this is Christmas, right?
And theoretically, they're singing about the Virgin Mary at that point.
Yeah. So this has got like a sense of irony here.
Yes.
Right? Because you've got this one mother who they're praising, and another one who's out in the cold. And she's been totally shunned by society.
Yeah.
And you also have, like, this church full of people who are supposedly singing about the Savior who personifies mercy and helping the less fortunate, and etc., etc. But their actions demonstrate the exact opposite of that.
Well, yeah, no, she's asked for help, and this guy is like, weren't you in the stocks? Because, you know, presumably she was shamed for being pregnant out of wedlock, and now he's like, oh, I can't help you. You were in the stocks. You're sinful, so I'm gonna commit a sin.
It's just, I'm not sure if this was supposed to just make us feel more sorry for her, or if it was actually intentionally trying to point out the hypocrisy of people who claim that they follow one thing when in practice they don't.
They don't, who claim they're Christian and yet are doing the opposite of what Christianity tells them to do.
Right. Especially because the whole point of this story was supposed to demonstrate the triumph of good over evil.
Yeah. At what cost?
But this is very much not what's happening right now.
No. What's happening right now is that innocence has been trampled by evil. And then the quote-unquote good people who consider themselves to be good and who quote-unquote follow the laws of Jesus or whatever, right? Like, all they're doing is singing a song. They're not doing anything meaningful.
No.
This must be a purposeful parallel, because she's even dressed like Mary in a lot of
That's true. Yeah, with like
the cloak.
The cloak over her head. I also just feel like we're kind of bopping from one extreme to another.
Yeah.
In this.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah, so now, you know, the baby's dead. Which, not her fault. She couldn't get anyone to help her. But they're gonna blame her for it. So she's crying out for Faust.
What has he done for her? Nothing.
Impregnate her.
Nothing.
Kill her brother.
He's done nothing. Well, I guess now he's finally caught on to...
Idiot.
Mephistopheles.
He was supposed to be smart. He was supposed to be like a scientist, a doctor, alchemist, whatever. He's an idiot. Talk about, he's book smart, he ain't street smart.
I guess this was the whole, like, the giving into temptation and becoming blind to, like, reality. Right?
Yeah. Wasn't their trial only supposed to be for a day? Or I guess this is after the trial.
And then he signed on after he saw the naked lady.
Right.
He
You're
had
right.
the trial,
Okay.
and then he was presented nudity, and then he
Yeah.
signed on for the full subscription.
Yeah. Men are dumb. Now, clearly Gretchen has gone quite mad. Understandably so. Old film kisses make me uncomfortable. Like, they always look so awkward and, like,
Fake.
forceful. Yeah.
Because they're not really.
Schnell.
So you were saying that it seems a bit extreme to be burning someone at the stake.
Yeah.
Yes. Because burning was a punishment reserved for heretics.
Yeah. And the worst they got her for is quote-unquote killing her baby, which she didn't really.
No. If only I had never wished for youth.
Damn the delusion of youth.
You know, I still don't think he's quite nailing the issue on the head here.
No. You cursed youth yourself. I must fulfill whatever you wish.
Ah, so he's gonna make him old again. Since he said he wished he had never wished himself young.
Yeah, and Faust is kind of like, he's like missing the forest for the trees or whatever, like... He hasn't quite grasped what the actual crux of the problem is. Be as he were, an old man. My devil voice is hurting my throat. Forgive me my sin. So now, of course, the whole town showed up because everyone loves a good burning.
Murder? A good murder?
Yeah, hanging, burning, whatever. Someone's dying.
Yes, of course she recognizes him, even though he's an old man now.
Because they were truly in love. Because he gave her a necklace and snuck into her window. Now they're gonna burn together.
Mm-hmm.
How romantic.
Yet, somehow, that's a instant ticket to heaven.
Here is no place for thee. My pact is binding. One word destroys thy pact. The devil should have had his lawyer there, too. What word is that?
Yeah, he had a pretty big loophole, didn't
The
he?
word that rings joyfully throughout creation. The word that alleviates every pain and sorrow. The word that absolves all the guilt of humanity. The eternal word. Dost thou not know it? What That is the
Well,
word.
of course he doesn't. He's
His
the devil.
love. Just like anime, it's the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm. So, in the end,
Yep.
Faust gives up everything he had wished for,
Mhm.
thus overcoming the temptation, and he throws himself into the fire with Gretchen because he loves her.
Mhm.
But ultimately, no one was saved.
No, they all died. It's very Russian. It's very like Russian literature.
The angel, like, technically wins the bet because Faust was able to redeem his soul and thus went to heaven.
Here's the thing though. If it weren't for that bet in the first place between the devil and the angel, would Faust have ever given in to temptation that way? Because, like, in the beginning, like, the devil and that angel are having that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, they make that bet. And then the devil is like, here's a plague, and I'm gonna drive Faust to whatever. Like, they literally created the problem.
Yes.
Faust was just a pawn. Granted, pretty dumb pawn. He didn't notice any of it. But, like, Faust had no agency.
No.
Just a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
And then the devil is like, ha, I got you. And then the angel is like, nah, fuck you. Look, they're in heaven now. You lose. Like, that was it. What really happened?
Right. There was also, this was in my notes, a really big emphasis on personal redemption.
Yeah.
Faust redeemed himself, but he didn't, like, prove that mankind was worthy of redemption.
No.
If anything, the actions of everybody up to that point still proved the devil right.
Yeah.
That people are horrible.
Yeah.
Because of all the people that turned Gretchen away
Mm-hmm.
and led her to her death. And
Her
led their child to its death.
Yeah, literally, when she was just like, take my child, they were like, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one would help her or help the baby, and they both died.
Yeah.
Faust died, too, even though technically he's redeemed at the end.
Yeah. Technically, Faust redeemed himself from the sin of his own making, which never would have happened if the angel and the devil didn't strike that bargain to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So really, whose fault was it? The angels. In this essay, I will... the actual antagonist of the entire story.
Yeah, I mean, Mephistopheles basically just acted how you would expect a devil to.
Honestly. Well, and I think that's kind of an interesting thing that more modern media explores, is a lot of the times the devil figure, or in this case the actual devil, is very honest, right? Like, the devil is the devil. The devil never...
Well, it's not that he's honest, it's that...
He does what you...
What was that quote? You can always expect a honest man to be dishonest.
Yes. Yeah. Are you quoting Jack Sparrow?
Is that what it's from?
Yeah, there's one of the Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm pretty sure it's the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, in one of Jack's little Jackisms, he's like, you can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest.
Me, I'm dishonest. And a dishonest man you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly. It's the honest ones you want to watch out for.
So that's true. It's true though.
It is, yeah.
Because everything that Mephistopheles said to Faust's face, he then turned around and sabotaged. But he's the devil, so you should expect nothing he says to be honest.
Yeah, like literally, when you sign a pact with a demon and you don't have your lawyer present, you are subject to the fine print.
Okay, novel idea.
Okay.
A lawyer who oversees demon pacts.
That's a good one. That would be interesting. Because as we saw at the end of Faust, the devil also should have had his lawyer present with the angel.
Yeah, his contract had a big loophole.
So that's the real moral of the story. Always have a lawyer present.
Yeah. Yeah, ultimately this movie is very depressing.
Everyone dies. Yep.
I don't feel personally, as a 21st century modern person, that the moral point was thoroughly sent home.
No, it's not really applicable. It needs to. If you want to tell that story to a modern audience, you would need to update the moral.
Well, I don't even think that. I think the moral that was trying to tell us, it didn't really prove. Like, it didn't prove to us that mankind is inherently good.
Yeah, that's true.
It showed us that one man could potentially overcome and redeem himself. It did not show us that mankind as a whole is inherently good.
I don't know, I feel like it more illustrated mankind has the capacity for both good and evil.
But we still saw more evil happening than we saw good.
Yes. We saw very little good, actually. The only good thing we saw was the very end. But you can make the argument that how good is that if he made the mess to begin with? You know,
That's what, yeah.
So like, is it good though?
I don't think it's generally accepted in any religion that angels make wagers with the devil. I don't think that's a thing that anyone thinks is a thing.
Well, no, especially usually gambling is looked down upon.
That's true. That is true. And this is why.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun movie to watch.
If you want to be sad for a day.
Yeah. I definitely the many frolics of Satan was more of a good time. More of a laugh riot.
Yeah.
And there was a skeleton horse, that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It's funny because that was based on the same source material.
It was.
Very different. Very different.
Well, that's I think all I have to say about it before we start talking around in circles.
Yeah. So that was Faust.
Mm-hmm.
The 1926 version.
Yes.
Yeah, sound off in the comments below.
How depressed are you now?
Yeah, scale of 1 to 10. What do you think the moral was? Did it come across, and is it still relevant? Because I'll be honest, I don't really think any of those moral stories from that time period are really relevant anymore. But I'm an atheist. I was raised an atheist, so like, moral story to me just kind of are pointless. But
well, I think you could still have like the good versus evil like debate. You just want to have it driven by angels and demons.
That's true. That's very true. To me, the angels and demons make it uninteresting. It's fun to watch, but from like a philosophy standpoint, it's not interesting. You know, because you're taking away agency. So like, the thing that's interesting to me is the agency. The capacity of a person to make decisions that are either good or evil.
Yeah, which was the point of the story.
Yeah.
But then, again, like you said earlier, Faust really didn't have much agency.
The puppets. They were the puppet masters. Yeah. But, so anyway, sound off in the comments.
A well-shot movie.
Oh, cinematically? Amazing. Especially for silent movies, right? Like, because sometimes you watch a silent movie and they, like, low budget. They didn't really have sets or, you know, whatever. But, like, this and Nosferatu are both very cool. They're cool. They're very, very aesthetic. Yeah, well, it's free. It's, you know, on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing. It's public domain. Let us know what you thought. But yeah, that's Faust. Bye.